Hello everybody, welcome along. It's so good to have you with us. Kate, Thierry, Jamie here. Michael Richards is over there in the studio with his favourite Man City player.
My friend Philip Foden, the star. Philip, how does that feel? Come on, talk to me.
Amazing to start off the Champions League with a win. We obviously had a difficult Champions League last year, so it was very important to start off with a win tonight.
Can we talk about your form? Obviously, 2 seasons ago, Player of the Year. Last season was a little bit more difficult for you, but this season you look back to your best again, or getting somewhere towards that. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair to say. Obviously, last year my performances weren't what I'm used to, but I feel like every player goes through them dips. It's just about how you react, and yeah, I've been hungry as ever to get back in the team and to show what I'm about and try and get back to my best.
How is it for you playing in that sort of number 10 role as well now? We've seen you play on the left, we've seen you play on the right, but in the 10 you look at home.
Yeah, I just feel free. It's somewhere where I just feel so comfortable. I feel like I can grow into the game, and yeah, I just feel myself in there. I can come short, maybe get into the game if I'm not receiving in the pockets, and maybe open up space for others. And yeah, I'm just enjoying it, playing in there at the moment.
Can I ask you about further plans in terms of the season? How far can this team go? Because that is a question mark everyone is asking in terms of us City back to their best. I don't think so just yet. I think they're growing. I think the players that you brought in have been very good. But how far away are you?
Yeah, if I'm honest, I don't think we're fully back there. I've seen glimpses of it, but yeah, I think it's a process at the moment with the new players coming in, and to be fair, they've adapted really quickly, but I still feel like they still need to understand what we do. A lot of teams are coming and pressing at the Etihad now, and something we're not really used to, so we have to go a little bit longer than usual, maybe into Erling to get the sets off him. But yeah, football's always evolving, and it's about how you find new ways to win, and I feel like we're going through that process at the moment of maybe not changing philosophy a lot, but just changing a little bit to adapt to teams, and I feel like we're doing that really well at the moment.
Can I ask you about your hair? You know we're talking about trims. I'm feeling the trim, Philip Foden. Who is this? Magnifique. What have you asked the barber there for?
Nah, I just left it a little bit longer on top than usual. Obviously, it's normally a lot shorter. But yeah, I've got a lot of compliments recently, so yeah, I'm happy to leave it.
Thierry, Jamie, do you want to say anything?
Phil, I have a question, but first and foremost, congratulations. I love the pass tonight. You, as you said, you were talking about being free in terms of positioning. I also wanted to know how great it is. Please, can you explain to people to be pain-free? Because if not, it's very difficult to perform, and people forget about that.
Yeah, it's obviously massively important. I think a lot of footballers play with niggles here and there, and last year I was picking up a lot of niggles that I had to play with, and it's not an excuse really why I weren't my best. I feel like it was a full team problem. I think everyone weren't up to the standards, and obviously it's more difficult to perform. But I feel like there's fresh minds this season, fresh players, and yeah, we're ready to start again.
Phil, can I just ask you mentioned before about the number 10 position, and obviously when you look at the setup of the team, Bernardo Silva's on the right at the moment, and you've been central the last couple of games. But in the past, I've always felt Pep would put maybe somebody else a little bit central, and you'd end up finding yourself on the right. Is that maybe something you've spoken to the manager about, or is that just his decision?
Yeah, I've not really spoken to him about it. I think I set up on the right at the start of the game, and he changed me and Bernardo round. Obviously, I'm happy to play wherever he puts me, but I think I've made it clear that I do prefer the 10, and that's where I see myself playing. So, yeah, like I said, that's where I want to be. So let's see what happens. I'm playing there at the moment and loving my football. So,
well,
yeah,
you just said that you prefer the 10, but I'm sat in Micah's chair tonight, and Micah normally asks the same question, and it normally goes along the lines of Phil Foden. Who's your favourite on the show?
Favourite?
Yeah, favourite.
None of you. I'm joking. Nah, I love you all, man. I swear, I love you all. Funny bunch.
You've got to pick one, just one.
One? He put me on the spot here. Do I actually have to pick one?
Go on, pick one. Tell us who your favourite is.
I'm sweating here.
Can you get a towel from Micah? Can you
think it's that quote you've got on.
Wow.
Don't trust me.
Talk us through that quote, please.
You like this though, don't you? Little fashion
warm,
sense,
isn't
a
it?
little, you know. I won't mention the brand, you know, because they don't sponsor me. I'm looking for a sponsor if anyone wants to sponsor me. But yeah, I got it wrong tonight. Last one from me. Arsenal, the weekend. Big game.
Massive game. Yeah, we obviously know how difficult Arsenal is. They don't make it easy for us every time we play them. Similar to tonight, they so hard to break down. They're probably the best in the structure at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be really difficult to break them down. But hopefully we can keep patient like today and hopefully pick our moments at the right times and hurt them. So yeah, it's going to be a very good game. A good watch.
Well, good luck.
Micah.
Good luck. I know Jamie's about to say something different.
Micah,
so
who are you
just leave.
supporting?
Go now, Philip.
Who's Micah supporting? Is he supporting Arsenal or City on Sunday?
We're having technical problems. The line's got a bit funny there, Phil.
Aaron, can you?
You know, I can't hear him. See you later.
Thank you, Phil.
Nice one, guys.
Nice to see you.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.
Nice little send-off for him.
Shall we go over to our
Yeah.
favourite
Big
Manchester City fan? Hey!
What's happening?
Easy work, wasn't it, Micah?
Oh, it was fantastic. But you know what?
Why you-
We need to stay for the post-game. The post-game is going to be fantastic. We're going to have interviews. We're going to have analysis. We're going to have banter.
Get your hands out of Anita's
So
face.
don't
Anita.
go
Anita, we can't see
anywhere.
him.
Why
We're
does he
going
have
a
to go in
short
front of
break.
you?
We'll see you on the other side.
Why does he have to go in front of you?
Welcome back. Good evening. Welcome to London. It's so good to have you with us here in our studio. Kate, Thierry, Jamie. We got Mike and Anita on the road. We'll be back out to them in the Etihad very shortly indeed. See who they can speak to over there after the game between Manchester City and Napoli. We heard Jamie's thoughts there. Just to get your thoughts on that 2-0 win for Manchester City. Not really a game that we can judge much from, I guess, because of the way it played out with Napoli going down to 10.
Yes, but to be fair, right from the start, City looked way better than Napoli. Very difficult to judge it, as you said, because the captain got sent off, and rightly so. You can't even complain about that one. So it did change the game. I was personally sad for Kevin De Bruyne to leave the field. You can understand that, obviously. With one man less, you have to do a bit more work off the ball, and the coach didn't trust him. But overall, it was well deserved. It was about being patient, like Jamie said before, and they find a way. And the way they did, by the way, the pass of Phil Foden, that finish from the monster, we already know when it comes to goals and anything that happens in the box, at his age, what he did, the amount of goals, nobody can talk to him when it comes to that. And then Jeremy Doku being in the pocket, and as soon as you have a guy that can dribble on a second goal like him, being close to goal, obviously when you pass the players, you find yourself facing the net instead of being on the side. So, fair play to Haaland and Jeremy Doku. It looks like he's going to be, it's early, maybe his season.
Well, I tell you what, should we go out to the Etihad, to the man who lifts us all up, makes us all feel better
on.
Got us
about
through
ourselves
COVID,
and
Mr.
about
Richards.
life?
Mr. Vibes.
Anita, how's it been with him?
It's been fantastic. He brings the vibes, he brings the energy, and of course he's got all the hookups here. So you're going to hook us up with our interviews, aren't you?
Yes, hopefully. I'm looking to get Pep, looking to get Foden. I need to go on that side, though, so I can drag him in.
Well, hold up. Talk us about the game, though. Of course, Manchester City getting the win. What did you think of the
I think the
performance?
guys in the studio there have summed it up well. The red card killed the game. For Man City, it was good for them to put back-to-back performance together. United did it ever so well. I thought Foden was outstanding. Again, I thought Doku had a really good game. And Haaland gets his goal as well. I think in terms of him last season, he was scoring goals but not necessarily playing well. I think he's playing well and scoring goals even when he's starved of the ball. Napoli went into that deep block and they managed to find a way. So, all smiles here at the Etihad. Hey, have you missed me though? Or what? Because the last two nights, I'm going to say this, the figures have been fantastic. Without big beats in the studio, how do you think you're going to do tonight, eh?
Micah, can you stop stepping in front of Anita, please? That would be nice.
TT, don't be a party pooper.
What?
Just saying.
A what?
We need-
a poppy pooper?
We need to see her too.
So, Anita,
So you know them viewing
have been-
figures, Micah?
Yes, go on, Jamie.
Would that have anything to do with being free?
No, nothing to do with being free.
No.
They love to see big beats and numbers from last season. The continued support from last season is there for all to see. But can I just say, Anita, you have been magnificent. The confidence has been fantastic. Elegance, everything about you is top notch. We just need an interview now.
Yeah, we do. That's on you, though.
So, do you prefer me or Peter? That is the question.
Oh, so you're putting me in the hot seat now when you ask all the players this. I preferred Peter yesterday and I preferred you today.
Oh, I love it, Anita. Well done.
Very good, very good, very good.
All right, we'll be back with you. Thank you very much, guys. Good to see you, as always. So, should we take a look at the highlights from this game then? First, I guess, big incident to look at here would be the red card for Napoli. Let's take a look for their captain.
Yes, the captain Di Lorenzo playing it right back. We mentioned before about Erling Haaland, loving that channel. And look, he thinks he's in space. It's a lovely pass. But he does really well, Thierry. You're talking about his actual body strength. He just gets across.
When he put his right leg, he knows, there you go. That stops everything. Di Lorenzo got sent off. And it was a long ball also. I like that, the fact that you can go direct and play straight away and try to find your 9.
And you love this goal, the finish.
Yeah, I do. But when you have a guy like Phil Foden, they were missing him at the beginning of the season. He can find you in any way, any style. He's in the pocket. Look at where he is. He's surrounded by players, but there is only one place on the field where you have no limit. It's in the air. Ball never goes out when it's in the air. So he lifts it exactly where it should be. And that finish from Haaland, I mean, it is just, when you look at, that's why I said, nobody can talk to him when it comes to how early he did it.
It's his 7th goal in 6 games as well, isn't it? Just how good a start to the season has it been for him, do you think?
Look, we all know he will score, playing well or not playing well. I do think that what Mike has said, and Jamie also has been saying it here in England, is that he looks fresher. He looks like he had that little desire. When he played against Man United, you could see he was sharp when he was pressing, trying to hold it, trying to lead from the front, not only with goals, but with his all-around game, and that's good for Man City.
Thierry, can I ask you, we talk about Haaland a lot, and you speak about him. Obviously, there's no one better to speak on the best strikers in the world, and we sometimes talk about his all-round game. But in terms of his goal scoring, he's top of the list. Is his finishing underrated? People talk about him being a great goal scorer, but whenever I see him in front of goal, there's never a thought in my mind that he would miss.
I would say that it is not underrated, but it's
Is it the best?
But it's taken for granted.
Yes.
Because he does it ever so well, and it makes it look easy. You're like, oh yeah, well, it's Haaland.
Yeah.
Well, it's not normal. We are seeing the numbers. We can talk about stuff, and we already done it that he can get better at. But the numbers don't lie when it comes to that at one point, because when you look at the history of so many players and how quick he did it, nobody did it as quick as him. But yeah, I do think that sometimes people, just because he can karate kick one that way, or he just makes it look easy, that we all go, oh, well, that's Haaland. And that's how great you can be sometimes, because people just think it's normal. It is not.
I think because he's so big and powerful and quick, I mean, you almost have this vision of Haaland just knocking people out the way and just hitting a ball as hard as he can, smashes the net. When really some of his finesse, you've just mentioned the one he scored a couple of years ago, like a Johan Cruyff goal. The goal he scored tonight with his head just to dink that over. I mean, there was one against Manchester United where he went through on his left foot. There's no thought that he's not going to score. I actually think his actual finishing, I think, is absolutely out of this way. I mean, this is an unbelievable finish.
Oh.
Absolutely outstanding.
Should we take a look at the second goal then for Manchester City? Doku for this one.
Yes, and I've been in that situation when you are a winger. Like when you get the ball from the wing against a low block, you have to pass the right back, you have to pass the centre back, maybe the midfielder that came to. But when you receive the ball here, in the heart, how are you going to say, of the field and the team that you play against, and you manage to turn it, hey, as soon as you beat your man or going through, it's goal. Then you need to finish, then you need to stay composed, then you need to keep it low. Yes, he went through the leg of the goalkeeper, but that's what I like here. He doesn't want to set it back, he wants to go. Exactly like he did against Man United on the other side, he turned into the pocket and he went. But what he sees when he beats people there, he sees the goal. he's not like 5 yards towards where we are on the screen, towards us, to cross the ball. He can then finish. And I think, like, we talked about the wingers being a bit more inside, and that's what he can bring to you. And now he only needs to work on his finishing, and it seems like that looks like it's on point at the moment.
What about Napoli? What can Antonio Conte take from that game, or not much really hard to in those circumstances?
I mean, listen, you lose a player early. He changed it tactically. He brought Kevin De Bruyne off. They got to half-time at 0-0. In some ways, that's a result when you're considering the opposition that you're up against. He'd have probably just been hoping that he could have just made it a little bit more anxious for Manchester City. I think that goal in the second half came probably a little bit too quick for his liking. If he could have got to sort of 60, 70 minutes, then maybe the place started to get a little bit nervous.